Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am testing out new makeup. I have a ton of things here from Melt Cosmetics. I have also the new Sydney Grace Coffee Talk palette. I have some Laura Mercier, Rare Beauty, a ton of different things all the way to GRAFTOBIAN. I have a lot here to try out. So if you want to see the products that I used and how I created this look, just keep watching. I don't have a new foundation to try out, so I'm just wearing one of my favorites, the EAZE Drop from FENTY. And now I'm gonna go in with a new concealer. I have not tested this at all. These are from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is called the Magic Touch Concealer. They sent these over to me, so these were PR. I am gonna swatch these shades. This is shade number 5. That dope tip, that's something I haven't seen before. It has like this, I don't know, it kind of hooks out a little bit. It's different. I bet that'd be really easy to get on the inner corner. 6. Right now I'm thinking 5. This looks like it has a little bit more yellow in it. I like the undertone of this one a little bit better. And then 7. Yep, I'm gonna use shade number 5. I don't even know how much to use of this. I think it's a medium to full coverage from what I remember. And then I'm going to use this tiny little sponge. I got these in PR as well. It's from a brand called Base Blue. I have to show that this is a whole little container of sponges. I haven't used a sponge in a while. I just don't really use them anymore. But look, they come in these diamond little plastic things. So this is how small it is. And then this is how it expands, but it's just a tiny little baby. So I might do one eye with a sponge and one eye with a brush. I'm gonna do this eye with the sponge. I like the density of this. It's nice and squishy, not too squishy and not too dense. Ooh, and it goes into that inner corner really nicely. That looks really good. Concealer shade, I like that as well. It's a little brightening, but not too much. On this side, I'm going to use my mini base from Sonia G. This is what I've been using for my concealer. I think it looks good with both. Maybe slightly more dewy on this side. Like it just looks slightly more radiant, and I would say that's because of the sponge. I'm actually going to tap a little bit over here because I don't want it to be too much. But yeah, that looks really good. Alright, now I am going to go in. I'm so excited about these, you guys. By Terry sent these over to me, and you guys know how much I love By Terry's powder. And they have come out with palettes of the pressed powder. This one right here is medium to tan. See that? Oh, it's so pretty. And then I also have this fair to medium, and I am a medium right now, so I can kind of use both. This one has some shades that'll be too dark, and then this one has some shades that'll be a little bit too light, so I'm kind of in between, but there are shades in both that I can use. I think I'm going to go in with the fair to medium. Wayne Glass Artist Small, and I'm going to mix these two shades, and then kind of stamp first, and then I'm going to buff it on my pores. Make sure I get that very inner corner. That's super smooth, super smooth. I'm not picking up a bunch of powder whenever I dip my brush in. Esam V49, now I'm going to grab these two. I'm just going to go back and forth in these, and I'm going to set the rest of my face. Just tapping it in, so I don't want to move the foundation underneath. And then I'm just going to take my brush around and lightly buff. I'm just making sure that I have everything set. I'm kind of feeling, yeah, it still feels like skin, but it's nice and set so that my bronzer doesn't accidentally catch on unset foundation or skin tint, whatever you want to call it. From GRAFTOBIAN, I've never tried anything from GRAFTOBIAN. They sent me several items, and this was in there. It's the HD Matte Bronzer, and I thought it was just gonna be like one big matte bronzer, but it's not. There's different shades in here. So I think I want to use this one. Oh, I think I want to try that one. I keep going back and forth between this one and this one, but I think I want to try this one. And I got a lot of PR, you guys. Whenever I was sick, I came back to just like a bunch of things, and I wasn't prepared. This is from Base Blue, again, so just like the sponges. This is a brush. It is the what is it called? 10 Years Makeup Brush, Black Walnut. Look at this. This is so unique and beautiful. The handle, I love this. And the fibers are so soft. So I want to use this for my bronzer, and maybe later on to buff, we'll see. But this is so cool. I have never heard of this brand before, but I love this. So let me go in. I'm still going back and forth. I'm going to use this one. Just dip my brush in there. And then, ooh, pigmented. Ooh, blends out really nice though. I love this brush. It's making me so happy. Yeah, I think that's a good color. That's a good color for me. I'm going to build it up just a little bit, but that blends out really nicely, especially for matte bronzers. Sometimes matte bronzers can be a little harder to blend. Take it on my jawline. I'm just taking the excess from the brush now and blending around. I really like this brush. I really like it. I'm using my Hyaluronic Hydra Press Powder to set right underneath my brow because I forgot to do so, and I'm about to do a little sculpting on my nose, so I'll do this area as well because I did not set any of my eye primer. I'm taking the same bronzer shade and sculpting my nose, and this is a Tom Ford number 11. Clean brush just to buff that out, so it's not as intense. I'm going to finish the rest of my face later, but I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes. I was so sad. This came in right before I had gone into the hospital, and I have not gotten to use it, so I am going to use it today. It's from Sydney Grace, and it's the Coffee Talk palette. These colors are amazing. I love them. They are neutral cool, and I am so here for it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm just going to roll with it and just start. I'm going to grab the Frappe on a REPHR number 1. I'm going to put this on my outer corner and blend up into the crease. I love Sydney Grace, you guys. I know I have a collaboration with them and everything, but I absolutely love them. I've been using them for so long, even back when they were called Feather River Body. Everybody needs to get their hands on Sydney Grace. I'm adding a little bit more in and dragging it over to the other portion right here, but I don't want the inner corner to be as intense as the outer corner. Same shade, Sonia G Mini Definer. Taking this right along the lower lash line. Bristles Beauty EO2 RL and Macchiato. Deepening up the outer crease. I think I'm going to do a little smoky eye sesh here. I'm going to build up the color on the very outer portion of the lid before bringing it into the crease and blending slightly upward. Lightly just blending the excess right up here. Nikia Joy EO6 and Espresso. Tapping this even further out on the outer corner. Kind of tuck it right into the crease and outer portion. And again, just lightly bringing it up, but not as high as I took the last shade. I'm doing this very lightly. I don't have a lot of pressure on my brush. My camera started to overheat, so I had to turn it off. I finished off this eye, and now I'm going to show you what I did on this eye. I'm going to take my REPHR number 28 and the shade Kappa Joe. I'm placing this on the center of the lid and lightly over the last shade, all up into the crease. I'm going to bring it slightly over, not too much. This is a beautiful shade. I love this color. First shade on REPHR 21, taking a small amount of that. See, it's like blinding. I just wiped a little bit off on my pants. And I'm going to buff that right underneath my brow arch. Then I'm going to take the same brush and the first shade in the last row, placing this on the front inner corner and lightly over the other shade. And also, I forgot to mention that I did go ahead and put on my inner rim liner, which is from Patrick Ta, the black, but I gotta do the top as well as my mascara. Espresso on a REPHR 3. I am lightly going to put this along the lash line. I don't want it to be too dark. I just want to add a little bit of depth right at the lash line. And then for mascara, I have one from Rare Beauty. This is new. It was sent to me, but it doesn't have a name on it. I should have kept the box. Anywho, it's the new mascara from Rare Beauty. And I can already tell you that I like it because I just tried it on the opposite eye. I'm going to start applying this on this eye, but then I need to get close because my mirror is so far away. This built up really nicely. It didn't get clumpy. I was able to separate my lashes. I do have to put on several coats to get this look, but that's okay. I don't mind. I love putting on mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I will come back and we will finish off the face. Eyes are complete, and I ended up having one like little piece of the metallic fallout that I did this instead of using a brush. And it got, yeah, it kind of attached. So I went in with this brush right here, Royal Langnickel BOM 270, and a little bit more of the By Terry powder to just kind of go right through here to brighten it back up. Because, yeah, I messed up, so I had to fix it. Then I went ahead and added on my liner because your girl has to be close to the mirror to do so. This is from KOKIE Cosmetics. Again, these were sent to me. There are so many shades. Like there's a bunch of pinks, reds, and a couple natural shades. And I'm just going to show you the ones that I'm wearing this one. This is the shade Dusty Rose. I have to do the rub test, so I am going to apply these on my hand. So this is the one that I'm wearing, Dusty Rose, and they're retractable, and it has like this little grippy thing right here, kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury and Patrick Star. Let me see. I know I have the little Patrick Star one right here. Like this right here. So there's a little grippy thing, but it's thinner. Yeah, so I thought that was cool. And yeah, it's comfortable. And then these two shades. Warm Nude. I love that color. And then just Nude. There they are. So I'm going to leave them there. And then towards the end of the video, I will do the rub test to see if they truly are long wear. Because that's what they say they are. Alright, I'm going to finish off my lips later, but I am going to go ahead and do my highlight, my blush, and all of that. I have been waiting to try this out. It's from Melt. I love their writing. Like, the style is so pretty to me. This is Stargazer, which is my favorite pressed highlighter that they have, and this is the liquid one, the digital liquid highlight. This is what it looks like. It makes me think of deodorant. Is it just me? It makes me think of deodorant. Anywho, this is what it looks like. And I think I'm going to apply this with the sponge, just based off the consistency. It feels kind of gel-like. So I'm going to take the little booty of that tiny sponge. I put another drop there. I'm picking up a tiny amount, working it into the sponge before applying it to my skin. That's pretty. It doesn't seem to be lifting up my makeup. I'll have to get a little closer to be able to tell you for sure. But so far it looks good. And I'm doing this first because I want to put the blush kind of like right over the edge of it. And I'm not going to put it on my forehead. I have a powder that I want to use. Put some on my nose. I can hear Wayne yelling at me right now. Stop it! I don't want to. I like it. I love it. I like the glow that this gives. I really like this color, which isn't surprising because I really love the Stargazer in the pressed. That's beautiful. Now let me double check, get a little closer in my mirror, and make sure it didn't lift up my foundation. Nope. We do not have liftoff. Next up, blush. I'm telling you guys, I do not normally get this much PR. I don't know what happened, but yeah, while I was gone, it just kind of came in. So the things from Laura Mercier, the powder, and these were sent to me as well. I bought the Coffee Talk palette, just so you guys know, but anywho, a lot of this is PR. These are the new Laura Mercier Cream Cheek colors, and I don't know if there's just 3 or they just sent me 3, but this one right here, it is the shade Rosebud. And it is a cream. That's what it looks like. Then we have Praline. Ooh, I like this color. I like this color a lot. It's probably going to be the one I use. Let's see. Then we have Oleander. Making sure that wasn't an R, but no, it's an L. This shade. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go in with this one, Praline. I'm going to take my BK Beauty 107 and just grab the product on this, evenly disperse it over the tip of the brush. This is a little bit more dense. It's not as like dewy. It's a little thicker, so I'm trying to get it all over. And then, oh yeah, I like this color. I like this color. And then the mixture of that with the highlight, yes. Oh, this is pretty. Good makeup days on. I'm not even going anywhere. It's okay. It's so smooth too. I know I'm going in with this, but I'll buff. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. This is just so gorgeous. I'm bringing it up my temple a little bit just because I like that effect. Beautiful. Now I have two powders also from Laura Mercier, and they are the Translucent Loose Setting Powder Light Catcher. This reminds me of the Lancome Absolute powder. There's golden and another pesh that has like this luminosity to it. So I'm going to show you guys the swatches of these. Unfortunately for me, they do have cornstarch, so they're not something that I'm going to be able to constantly use, but I want to use them today, show you guys what they look like, and see if I like them. The first shade is Cosmic Rose, and like this one is definitely going to work better on deeper complexions. I don't know if I can use this one. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like if I put that on my face, it's going to look a little muddy on me, but that's a pretty color. And then this one is Celestial Light. Yeah, this one is more of my shade. Okay, so I'm going to put this on first, and then I'm going to buff in little areas where I don't want it to be as luminous. Let's see, what brush do I want to use? I'm going to use the Wangas number 1, and I'm just going to pick up product right out of the lid. And I'm going to... Oh my gosh, do you see that? Oh wow. I'm going to dust this over top of my highlight. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, this is like a highlight in... Oh my gosh. Ooh, but it's smooth though, I'll tell you that, it's smooth. Yeah, but I'm gonna be going in and buffing this down. Wow, wow. Oh, this is so glowy. I'm not adding anything in, I'm just kind of making sure it's buffed into my skin. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know I look ridiculous right now, but I have to say it's really pretty. I'm not going out like this, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna take this brush from, what is it called again? What is it? Blue something? Base Blue. I'm gonna wipe off the excess bronzer or whatever I could have on it, and then I'm gonna go in and buff. I'm gonna grab the By Terry powder, and again, I'm gonna go in with these two shades here. Oh, I'm laughing because this is just like, wow. But look how nice, it just buffs nicely into the skin, and you add a little bit of powder. Oh yeah. Ooh, that got really intense really quickly. This looks seamless and so radiant. Why do you have to have cornstarch? Why? I wonder if I'm just using it in random little areas like that, if I'll have any issues. Because, I mean, this is just absolutely stunning. For lips, I'm going to go in with one from DANESSA MYRICKS. This is the Vision Flush Lip, Cheek, and Eye Color. I've used these on my cheeks before and my eyes, but I've not used them on my lips, oddly enough. And this is called Bread and Butter. Here is the completed look. I went ahead and did my hair, added on my jewelry, and I'm really happy with everything. I'm still going to go through everything and tell you guys what I think about it, but I'm just like, it's a good makeup day. I like this. All right, so let's start off just going in order. So the first thing I tried was the concealer. I think this looks really nice underneath my eyes. I will wear it all day long, and I'll put a comment, or I might just put it in the description box, an update on this to see how well it lasts. Does it get crepey? Because right now it looks amazing. It's a nice consistency. It's not matte and it's not too dewy. It's like right in between, kind of a satin finish. It's very natural. I would say it's about a medium coverage. So far I am happy with this. And then next, what did we have? Bronzer. Yes, the GRAFTOBIAN bronzer. This blended out beautifully, had no issues with it. I like the colors in this palette. I wonder if they have a deeper one. I don't know. But I think that all of these would work for me except for this one, but I could use that as a sculpt shade if I wanted to. And then eyes. I love this palette. This is easily one of my favorite things that I tried today. The Sydney Grace Coffee Talk palette. I love these shades. I love cool tones. I love neutrals. And this palette is just, this is an everyday palette. This is a smoky eye palette. This is just right up my alley. As soon as I saw that they were releasing this, I was like, I have to buy it. Have to buy it. Have to buy it right now. So I set my alarm and everything for this. They did send me the other palette. I don't remember what it was. If you guys want to see a look with that, let me know. But this, beautiful, 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 and beautiful quality. I have to talk about this brush for a second. I love this. There's something about it. I love the shape of it, but there's also something comfortable about the handle. It feels good in my hands. It reminds me a lot of painting. I think that's what it is, because I used to paint before I messed up my shoulder, and there's something about this that just reminds me of painting. And then it's beautiful on top of that. It's soft. It applied my powders really easily. I just think this is neat. It's really, really cool. This sponge is really nice because you can get right on the nooks and crannies underneath the eyes, and then it's small enough to use for highlight as well. So I like this too. This is a brand that I'm gonna have to look further into. They did send me a brush. I don't think I have it here. There was another brush, but it didn't look anything like this one. All right, let's move on. I'm trying to think, what did I do next? Mascara. This guy. This is really nice. If you like to build up your mascara, it's not clumpy. My lashes are not falling. They are very separated, which is very nice. I feel like I got a lot of definition and length, a little volume, but not as much volume as I get with my other mascara. So if you're a volume person, maybe not this one, but if you like length and definition and just like a little bit of volumizing, it looks good. I like it so far. And I don't think that it's going to make my lashes start to fall, because usually it starts to happen pretty quickly. But I'll let you guys know. I need to do an updates video soon. This, the deodorant. I can't help it. I'm just like, this looks like deodorant to me. It really, really does. But it went on the skin beautifully. I had no issues with tapping it out and blending it into the skin right on top of powder. It did not make my foundation lift. And then this powder on top of it, oh my gosh, my skin just looks so glowy and not texture. It's got to be something about the combination of the two. Just there's no texture. Then there's texture, but it's not emphasized really greatly. And I love my forehead highlight right now. So this you could use literally just as a highlight if you wanted to, or you could do what I did, speechless. This is so, so gorgeous. And I love that they came out with at least 2 shades, one lighter and then a deeper one for deeper complexions. I love that. I don't know if you guys know or not, but they also got the translucent powder and got a deeper shade. I believe it's called Honey. So that's really cool. This is going to be a new go-to. This color of blush is right up my alley. I love this shade. I love the ease. I think just putting it on the brush and just going in, it's almost as easy as using a powder. Something about the density and everything, it's not really dewy, it's not greasy or anything like that. So if you've been looking for something in the way of a cream, but not dewy, not greasy, not going to lift up your makeup, I think that this is going to be a good choice for you. I'm really excited about everything I used. Oh my gosh. What else do we have in here? Oh, of course, I cannot forget about this. By Terry. I love the hyaluronic HYDRA powders. I love the loose. I love the pressed. The one that I use all the time for underneath my eyes at the end is this pressed one right here. I know I've hit pan on this one. See, and that's just from using it underneath my eyes. This, I love that you have so many different shades in there. I can do my whole face with this and it would be really great for traveling. But like I said, I already know that I love, 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 love this powder. It's thinner, it doesn't dry out your skin, it's very natural, it's just beautiful, and it also blurs so, so nicely. The Vision Flush from DANESSA MYRICKS, I already know that I love these as well. This is a shade that I picked up when I picked up some other ones. I got highlights and then more color, and this is just one that I have not used yet. This isn't a shade that I would use all the time, but it's really pretty. It reminds me of flowers. It reminds me of flowers. And then we have to do the rub test for the KOKIE liners. So let's go ahead and do that. I will say it went on very easily. It glided onto my lip line very, very easily. The only thing I don't like is twist ups. I prefer to have the sharpening kind just because I like to be very precise. However, you can just take it and make an angle and rub down the sides and make a really precise line on your lips. I don't know if there's a sharpener on the end. Is there? Yeah, I think. No? I'm not sure if that's a sharpener. I don't see anything in there, so I don't know. A lot of the times, these type of pencils will have a sharpener on the end, but I don't like them anyway. So, anywho, love the color, love the way it went onto my lips. Now, let's do the rub test. I've got a little puff pad here. Let's see. Yep, it is passing the rub test. Yeah. They didn't move. Definitely long wearing, and I like them. I like them a lot. All right, that is it for today. Let me know what you think about everything. I love it. I love it when I try on a bunch of makeup and everything just turns out really well. I just wish I had like a date night tonight, but I don't. Oh well. I have to go get tomatoes from the store, so they'll get to see me. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see all of you in my next video. Bye, guys.